So we ordered new decals for the 72 Demon Hood, but I noticed the decal kit only came with the outside stripes. So I decided to look back at the original hood and come to find that the center is painted. I can feel a little lip right underneath the decal here where the stripe goes. So we're going to go ahead and try and mix up the paint to get it to match. One of the first things I did real quick is wet sanded this hood to get any dirt or debris out of the paint that I may have missed. Here's the decal that we have laid out. As you can see, it's only the outer stripes. So I need to get a really good color match for when I go to paint the hood. Using the dimensions of the old hood and laying the decals on top of this hood, I taped off the area that I knew they would lay out at, masked everything off, and prepped it for paint. I even painted the hood scoop to make sure we had the right color. The trick was to get the correct sheen for this hood. I just sprayed a couple layers here and I let it dry. This is what I used, a matte black from a 93 Mitsu. At least that's what my rapid match scanner came up with, that color code. And then I mixed in this one choice matting agent. This is the matting agent information. This is what is supposed to be the correct mixing table to get the different flattening types. So like, I don't know how well you can see it, but that's a full gloss. I went with like this FC4, and it just gives you all different shades. This is almost flat. I don't know how clearly it comes through on the video. And I'll just kind of show you here. This is the matte black without the agent. This is the matte black that I ended up using after I added the agent to it. I don't know if you can see it real good. And this one is with too much matting agent, which basically made it a complete flat black. I don't know how well you could really see the difference in the shades, but all three of these are the exact same color, just with a different amount of that matting agent. After everything was dry, we removed the masking and installed the hood scoop. Very lightly, I took some sandpaper on the edge of the black to where it meets the blue, so it wasn't such a pronounced hard line. Using a solution that we use for tinting, I laid the decal out onto the hood. This allowed me to move the decal around as I needed to. The paint line was in the middle of the very first stripe and was actually really hard to see. We went ahead and repeated the same process on the other side. We very carefully worked out any leftover air underneath the decal. The hood turned out really nice. The customer was really happy with it. The color match was excellent, so we moved on to installing the bumpers. Put some bumpers on the car today. On the rear bumper. It's got a funny story on it, but he wants to reuse the original rear bumper, and his mom did this big dent in the back of it when he brought it brand new back in the day. So he wants to reuse that bumper and leave it dented just like that. Overall, a lot of progress has been made on this thing. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty little things, clips, some interior parts are missing. Keep updating my list as I go along.